What's going on, everybody? Uh, so it is International Slingshot Day, and I figured I would honor somebody this year, and I couldn't think of anybody better than the guy that I'm thinking of. He's one of those guys that just absolutely loves the sport of slingshots, everything about it, from the actual shooting portion to the design to the making of it to the advocacy of it to the community to just the absolute just joy of slingshots. It's like I said, I could think of none other than to do this for. That's Jordan Smothers. Jordan is just he is more than he's more than a maker. He's more than a shooter. To me, he is a mentor. He is an inspiration. He has been a sounding board for me. He has caught me a couple times when I've fallen. The easiest way I can describe my feelings for Jordan is brother. It just there's no other word for it. He is my brother. Jordan's just one of those guys that, like I said, he's all about the sport of slingshots. He started off in his making when he was just getting into it, making customs, like a lot of us do. But quickly realized that kind of put this whole section of shooters out of the market, because new shooters don't want $350, $400 customs, or they want them, but they're not necessarily going to spend the money on them. But they want different options. So he started doing the HDPE frames specifically to get them into everybody's hands. He really truly believes that if you get them in their hands, they'll shoot and they'll have fun, and then the sport grows and the community grows and the love grows. He's been a mentor to me, like I said, not only in shooting but in YouTube. We've talked many times about the different aspects of what he and I both can do, what I can do better, or how I can push it this way or that way. Like I said, he's always there. When I have my faults, all I have to do is reach out. Sorry. Yeah, he's there to reach back out and pull me up and get me back to my feet. Jordan's just one of those guys, if you ever get to know him, he is a self-professed extrovert. He is very opinionated, almost to the point of being a dick about it sometimes. But that's the lovable part about him. I am completely introverted, and I can be a little boisterous online. In person, I'm a pretty laid back, kind of reserved guy. So, but Jordan's just one of those guys that I instantly connected with. I could not be introverted with Jordan. He brings out the social aspect in me, which is a great thing. Because without people like Jordan in this community, I probably wouldn't be anywhere near where I am in this sport. I probably would have just set it down a long time ago. Well, you know what? This is something I'll play with every now and then. But the community behind it, and Jordan, like I said, he's always been there from day one. Even if it was just the first time me and him talked about working on natties, It wasn't an in-depth conversation, and it wasn't anything really mind-blowing, but it was the fact that he took the time to sit down and just kind of explain a few things and offer suggestions, and could care less that I was a nobody, for lack of better terms. He was just trying to help out a fellow shooter, a fellow maker, a fellow enthusiast, a fellow lover of the sport. And it just blossomed from there. I mean, I've purchased many of his frames. I've gifted him a few. He's gifted me several. We've worked on a couple of different projects together, including some of my designs. The Icarus is the very first one that of mine that he did. And all right, sorry about that, guys. Had a train going by. You can probably still hear him a little bit off in the distance, but I don't know how much I got on that, so I'll kind of go back a little bit. The Icarus is the first design of mine that Jordan ever produced, and in all honesty, and I'll go into the longer story later in another video if you want to hear it, but this design in all essence encompasses everything about mine and Jordan's relationship, everything from his mentorship to his support to his brotherhood, and it's just this design, our relationship, the community that has been behind him and I, just supportive of that just helped build our relationship even more. We've got projects we're working on together. We've got aspirations for the future. It's just, he's a great guy. I know that sounds corny as hell, but he's a great guy. And if you haven't figured it out, Jordan, I love you, brother. Later, guys.